What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about why I chose to start investing in a Roth IRA and why that's the particular retirement account I chose to go with. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Use promo code THANKS for a 15% discount for the rest of the month. You have about a day and a half left, so please move quick. Try out some G Fuel energy formula, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. And of course, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account. If you refer one friend by the end of November, they're going to give you 30 free fractional shares. If you refer 3 friends by the end of November, they're going to give you 1 guaranteed free share of Apple with a chance of winning all the way up to 20. If you refer 7 by the end of November, they're going to give you 2 guaranteed free shares of Apple with a chance of winning all the way up to 40. Everything will be linked in the description. All right, so today I wanted to talk a little bit about my Roth IRA, why I chose to go with a Roth IRA over other retirement account options, when I set one up, and kind of sort of how I've structured it. So first things first, I have been making monthly contributions to my Roth IRA for the last about 18 months. It's been about a year and a half since I first set up my Roth IRA. And at this point, now that I got myself a secondary job so that I could invest 100% of the paychecks of the secondary job, I'm actually making weekly contributions to my Roth IRA at this point. Kind of get the ball rolling a little bit quicker and speed things up a little bit. But either way, I've been contributing to my Roth IRA for about a year and a half at this point. I think it was about mid-2021 when I finally set this thing up. Now, before I get into detail about that in particular, I wanted to talk about how I went about choosing the Roth IRA over other retirement account options. So first things first, my logic at the time was that I'm probably never going to work a job that offers a 401k, let alone a 401k match. So I figured, in order for there to be a tax-advantaged account, I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands. So there were a couple different options I could have went with, and the two that made the most sense to me were either a solo 401k or a Roth IRA. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail about the difference between the two, but the simplest way I can explain the difference between a 401k and a Roth IRA, a 401k, usually typically offered by a job, is a tax-advantaged account where you can have pre-taxed dollars invested into this account, and it defers the taxes until whenever it is that you decide to cash out. You just have to wait until you're at least 59 and a half years old. And at that point, it defers the taxes until then, and then when you cash out or when you start selling little bits and pieces, you pay taxes later as opposed to now. So before you're even taxed, before you're even paid, pre-taxed dollars are invested, and you pay taxes years, decades down the road. A Roth IRA, on the other hand, is the same thing but the opposite way. You're investing post-taxed dollars. After you've been paid already, you take your dollar bills that taxes have already been taken out, you invest them into the Roth IRA, and then you have to wait until you're 59 and a half to cash out and enjoy those gains. And when you do, it's tax-free. So they're both tax advantaged in different ways. One, you're investing more up front because you don't pay taxes now, you pay taxes later. The other one, you're investing less up front because you already paid taxes, and whatever those gains may be later on down the road, years, decades in the future, tax tax-free. It doesn't matter if you made $100, doesn't matter if you made $1 trillion, tax-free. I chose to go with the Roth IRA. It made a little bit more sense to me, and I thought to myself, who knows, maybe later down the road, probably not, but if I ever get a job that offers a 401k, I can do that in addition to my Roth IRA. That was just my logic at the time. Well, lo and behold, here we are, a year and a half later, and that secondary job that I just mentioned, that has now become my new primary job. I was working full-time, was not offered a 401k. I'm now working that full-time job part-time. I stepped down so that I could do this new job full-time, and they do offer a 401k. Now, as a part-timer, which is what I started out as just about 3 months ago, in order to make contributions to the 401k, you have to work for the company for a year. And as a part-timer, they don't offer a 401k match. Full-timer, on the other hand, you don't have to wait a year. You can start making contributions today. Now, I don't exactly remember when the 401k match kicks in for full-timers. I just got accepted for full-time like 2 weeks ago, so that's something that I still have to figure out. I don't know if I have to wait a year before I get the match, or if I get the match right now. I don't exactly remember, but I'll get all that straightened out over the next couple of weeks. But I chose to go with a Roth IRA because I didn't know if I was ever going to work a job that offered a 401k. And if I ever did get a job that offered one, I don't know if that's a company that I would stick with, long term. Am I really going to work there for, 20, 30, 40 years? I don't know. I chose to go with a Roth IRA and do things on my own, take matters into my own hands, and just have my own retirement account set up. And not only that, I can structure it the way that I like. With a 401k, yeah, you have a say in what type of investments you'd like to make, but usually they have different type of investment plans set up, and you choose between their options. Oftentimes they're good, oftentimes they're fantastic. But I wanted to completely customize mine exactly to the T. Exactly how I wanted it to look. So that's exactly what I did. Now, without going into great detail, because I don't know if this is anything that anybody would really care about, I structured my Roth IRA with 4 different types of index funds. And it's set up with a 40-40-10-10 split between those 4. And 2 of which are US-based index funds, 1 of which is an international index fund, and 1 of which is a bond market index fund. I wanted it to be balanced, and that's why I went with 40%, 40%, 10%, 10% between those 4. And I've been making monthly contributions for about a year and a half now. I started in 2021, and I didn't even max it out that year. Right now, the maximum contribution you can make within a year is $6,000. So that's $500 a month. Not anything over the top. It's achievable. But guess what? There's no minimum. I said maximum $6,000. I didn't say minimum $6,000. You could put $5 a month in if that's what you want. I mean, it's not really, it's not really going to get the ball rolling all that much, but there's no minimum. And the reason I didn't max it out that year was because, number one, I only had 6 months to do it, maybe less, and I was only doing $100 a month. My plan wasn't necessarily to max it out that year. I just kind of wanted to get it set up, and I wanted to get the ball rolling a little bit. That was the second half of 2021. Here we are in 2022, the very end of 2022, and I continued making monthly contributions, but at this point, now that I got a second job a couple months ago, I'm making weekly contributions at this point. And I plan on continuing to do so. And I plan on continuing to make larger contributions, and I plan on maxing out my Roth IRA. And moving on into 2023, I'm going to keep the structure, the 40-40-10-10 split, and max it out next year and the year after that. And by the way, starting next year, the maximum contribution is actually getting elevated a little bit. It's going to be $6,500 in the year, which means $500 a month and $1,000 in December. If you want to look at it, simple rather than being all precise. So continue doing your $500 a month, and then the last month of the year do $1,000 instead of $500. Boom, $6,500. Post-tax dollars invested, tax-free gains when you're 59.5. Now your money's not locked in there until you're 59.5. By the way, in case you're someone like me, if you're in your 20s or whatever, your money's not locked in there. It's not like you're not allowed to ever touch it until you're 59.5. You can withdraw early on 2 conditions. Number 1, you pay taxes, because that's the deal. It's tax-free gains as long as you withdraw after you're 59.5. So you can withdraw before then. You can cash out before then. You just got to pay taxes. And the other condition is that you're going to be penalized with an early withdrawal fee. This is just to incentivize people to leave it in there till you're 59.5. And I think that's probably why there's a contribution limit. That way you don't put, your entire, life savings in there, and then all of a sudden run short on your bills and have to withdraw early, and it's just the whole thing. So that's not what it's designed for. This is just designed for, a couple $100 a month. Or you can even do the maximum contribution on January 1st of every year. If you have $6,500 on January 1st, 2023, you could throw it all in there on day 1 and then just not even look at it for the rest of the year. You don't have to make monthly contributions like I was doing. You don't have to make weekly contributions. You could just make one annual contribution. It's completely up to you. You can do it your way. You can do it however you want. You could set it up and structure it however you want. And like I said in the intro of the video, Webull, the one that if you download the app and fund your account, they give you the free stocks, and if you refer friends, you get more free stocks. They offer a Roth IRA right there on the Webull app. That's why I love Webull. I mean, I use a couple of different investment apps for different reasons, but Webull is definitely up there for me. So it's an option for you if you don't have a Roth IRA and you'd like to set one up. That's one way you can go about doing so. The link will be in the description. You're going to get some free stocks just for joining and funding your account. If you refer some friends, you get even more free stocks. And they do different promos every single month, so you can, get a little bit of free money, essentially, and set yourself up a Roth IRA, tax-free gains as long as you're 59.5 upon withdrawal. So that's why I set up a Roth IRA. I did it because I didn't think I'd ever be working a job that offered a 401k, and now I am. So guess what? Now I get both. 2 different types of tax-advantaged accounts on top of my regular portfolio, my regular investment portfolio, which, by the way, I don't make monthly or weekly contributions to. I make daily contributions, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every single day. As long as the market is open, I'm investing. That's my dividend income portfolio, something I'm building up for myself to pay me now, something that I don't have to wait until I'm 59.5 for. Something that's going to pay me today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, something that the money it just builds. That's why I do that. I have different types of accounts. I have different types of investment portfolios, all for different reasons. Some tax advantage, some not. Then again, you could argue that all investing is tax advantaged because you're taxed at a lower rate as an investor. Business stocks and real estate, you have tax advantages over, your regular employment income, believe it or not. It's crazy. It's life-changing. It's world-changing once you actually understand these things. But yeah, that's why I set myself up a Roth IRA. That's how long I've been working on my Roth IRA, and I plan on continuing to do so till I'm 59.5. Build that bad boy up and see how much money I can have. Tax-free gains. See how many tax-free gains I can I can enjoy later on in life. That's why I set it up. That's how I set it up. That's how I structured it. And that's how I plan on continuing to build long-term, stable, sustainable wealth. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Do you have a tax-advantaged retirement account, a 401k, maybe a solo 401k, a Roth IRA? How long have you been contributing, and do you max it out? And also, if the company you work for offers a 401k, do they offer a match? Head on down to the comments and let me know. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Remember, use promo code THANKS for a 15% discount for the rest of the month. You have about a day and a half left, so please move quickly. This is basically an extended Thanksgiving sale. Try out some G Fuel Energy Formula, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account. You can deposit as little as you'd like, even as little as a penny. It still works, it still counts. You still get your up to 12 free fractional shares. Once again, Webull offers a Roth IRA, which is what this entire video was about. If you want to set one up, there's one place you can go ahead and do so. If you refer one friend to the app by the end of the month, Webull's going to give you 30 free fractional shares of some of the most rock-solid companies on the planet: Ford, Coca-Cola, Starbucks, Apple, the list goes on. If you refer 3 friends by the end of the month, Webull's going to give you a guaranteed free share of Apple with a chance of winning all the way up to 20. If you refer 7 friends by the end of the month, Webull's going to give you 2 guaranteed free shares of Apple with a chance of winning all the way up to 40. And of course, for every friend you refer that enables crypto trading on the platform, Webull's going to give you $5 worth of a crypto of your choice between Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and Cardano. Everything will be linked in the description. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Do you have a Roth IRA? Do you have a different type of tax-advantaged retirement account? 401k, a solo 401k, the company you work for, if they offer a 401k, what does the match look like, if you care to share? If you don't have one set up and you'd like to, let me know in the comments anything and everything related to